I snapped 3 of them. Yeah. I don't even know, man. I guess it's just too much torque. What can I say? So this video is going to be pulling that wheel off, rotor off, and replacing them with another set of stocks for now, but I'm probably going to order ARP, just so that doesn't happen again. I honestly did not expect that to happen, but it happened, so let's get started. All right, wheels off. Oh, this is just devastating. Yeah, this one looks okay, but this one stripped the threads, and then these 3 just clean snapped. Holy, oh my God. All right, well, man, that hurts to see, but yeah, don't mind this, as I was in a rush. I painted it with my old wheels still on. I couldn't reach. Honestly, now that I got this off, I might just fix that, but yeah, I'm gonna take the caliper off, take the rotor off, and see if I can bang this one obviously out. This one's okay, so I'm probably just gonna leave that one be. It doesn't look bent or anything. This one I'm also gonna bang out. I got 4 of them. Auto parts store only had 4 in stock, so do that, and cross fingers, hopefully we'll be good for a little while until, like I said, I can get ARPs and run those. All right, it's an absolute mess, but got them all out. Had to torch them a little bit, but good to go. So for some of you guys that don't know yet or ever have to do this in the future, well, don't bash the hub lip like I did. I'm just gonna smooth that off. But a lot of other cars, there's usually not enough room back here to be able to get the stud back through and pull it through. What's nice about I know this is for 10 to 14s. I want to say, assuming that it's the same rear end for the older models, S197s, back here is basically like a factory opening. So long story short, you got to have the whole rear end jacked up, e-brake obviously off, put it in neutral, and you'll be able to spin it when it's up in the air. So you can line up each hole to that factory hole back there, put the stud through, crank it down, snug it up, rotate it, vice versa, just keep going. So that's pretty convenient. This is just not what I wanted to deal with, man. Yeah, those are them. So I'll show you guys a little trick. So long story short, I'll explain it first. What you're gonna do is, once you get the new one through and just kind of in as much as you can, what you're gonna do is you're gonna stack up a bunch of washers. You can put like a socket, sleeve, whatever else. I don't know, I'll see what's easier that I can find in the garage to use. And you're gonna put it over where there's just enough threads where you can crank down a lug nut. So you put it on, and then put the lug on, and then you're basically just going to impact it and watch the back, and you literally just want to go until it gets flush, because at that point you don't want to start stripping threads. So let me see what I can find, and we'll start Zeusing these in. All right, so I had to take out the last stud that I thought was good. It wasn't good. It was actually bent. So I found another auto parts store that had one. So yeah, excuse me. Yeah, so what I'm doing basically is I found this nut. You could do, like I said, you could do washers, stack up a bunch of washers, or if you could find a sleeve that fits down, that's short enough where you can get, you know, plenty of threads on there. So I found this nut. I did this one already, as you can see, it's flush. Basically just put the nut over it, and I found this nut. It's a 1/2 inch by 20. Just thread that on, bottom it out on the nut, and then just sit there with the impact gun and drill it. And you'll basically just watch that shimmy all the way in, and once it's flush, you're good to go. You don't want to strip the threads, because then you got to pull it out and replace it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for all of them and come back when it's done. Oh my god, that was a lot of work, but all good, all on. So I'm not gonna record anything else. I'm just gonna put everything back together. Everything goes back on like it should, and well, all fixed. Other than the caliper locked up when I originally put it back on. I don't know why. Tweaked it, fixed it, so it's all good now. And took a nice little cruise out to the old airstrip. Yeah. Driving a little slow. Oh, anyways, so I fixed the wheel studs. Wheel studs are fixed for now. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to upgrade them, but for now, we just got some OE. Okay, come on, bro, speed up. God damn. Yeah, so wheel studs are fixed. What I am gonna do is, oh come on, man, don't blow it at me. All right, all over the car, nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna go home. I picked up 7 quarts of oil, filter, so I'm gonna do an oil change. I mean, the car's probably got like a little over 2,000 miles on it. I do oil changes early just because I feel a lot safer doing it. I mean, I check up on the oil, you know, make sure it's all good and stuff, but when it comes to OCD with this car, I just, you know, I'd rather just have some fresh oil in it. So whatever, it's like 90 bucks for 7 quarts and a filter. So I'm gonna go home, do an oil change. Excuse me. Gonna go home, do an oil change, and I'm gonna actually put the stock 275s back on this thing. I kind of just want to see how it feels. I've been thinking about, I mean, I know it's gonna blow the tires completely off, but kind of want to see how it feels with the stocks back on, because I have been thinking about switching up the tire setup on the rear. Rear tire setup, you know, is it's a 15 by 10 bead lock with a 275 60 15, and I don't know, I mean, like, it's awesome. It makes the car look obviously menacing as could be, big tire in the rear and stuff like that, but performance wise, I think I'd be better off running a not so tall of a tire and more rim. A couple guys have been talking to about it, and they think the same thing. So I think I'm gonna eventually switch it up. So like I said, I want to go home, throw the stocks on, and just kind of play around with it and see how much different it feels. If it feels, you know, better, play around with it, and then see. I might throw these beadlocks up for sale, go from there. All right, car's all jacked up. Got oil, filter. So I'm gonna bang this out. I don't really think I need to show a video on doing an oil change. I mean, if you do, let me know, but pretty self-explanatory. So all right, I'm gonna bang that out, and then we'll move over to the wheels. I got the stocks in the pile of rubbish over there, so I'll throw those on and play around a little bit. All right, oil change is done. Now, take off the wheels. I got it jacked up in the rear already. This is kind of sketchy. Don't really do this. If you want to do it right, obviously put jack stands under it. I kind of just got the jack under there. But I'm just crazy. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to take the rears off. I'm going to throw the stock 275s in the rear. And I got the GoPro charging, so get some point of view, and let's just see how sketchy it is. All right, stocks are on. Man, that I keep saying stocks. They're not the stocks. These are actually 500 reps. So long story short, these wheels actually came off my old 5.0. I bought these wheels years ago. I got them for a steal, brand new, $400. I couldn't pass it up. I've had them ever since, and yeah. So I mean, long story short, when I went to go trade the car, the 5.0 in for the Shelby, I asked the guys, because the stock OEM wheels that come on these cars, I'm not a huge fan of them. So I asked the guy. I said, "Listen, let me swap wheels," and he was cool. He was like, "Yeah, go ahead, swap them." So swapped them. So yes, they are 500 reps. They're not real 500 wheels, so don't judge. They still look really damn good. It does look weird on the stocks, but yeah, so I'm going to warm it up and go for a ride, see what 700 horsepower does to stock 275s. Should be fun. So, obviously, like I said, the main reason I'm doing the stocks on the rear is because I'd like to switch the rear tire setup and get away from the tall tire, kind of go more with the stock size, because long story short, you know, I don't drag race the car, so you know, that's where a taller tire comes in handy. When you're doing you know, you're drag racing or whatnot. Me, I don't drag race. Like I said, I'll do like roll racing here and there, and you know, another thing with the 15x10s and the tire size is 275 60/15. Problem with that is it's honestly not a very comfortable ride. Like, already driving with the stocks back on, it's such a smoother ride. You know, that beadlock setup, it's just, it bounces around, you feel everything, and it's just like, you could tell that you got a big, you know, big tire on the rear. And you know, sometimes, because I drive the car a lot, you know, it's not like I don't drive it. I drive it all the time. So, you know, sometimes it just gets a little uncomfortable. Especially where I live. I mean, the roads are terrible here. So, you know, going over all the bumps and potholes and shit, it's just not comfortable at all. So, I mean, see how it goes. We're gonna try a third, see if I spin. Alright, never mind. I got in my way, man. Asshole. Holy shit. Nope. It blew him clean off. That's crazy. Man, that's insane.